Hey you guys, so today on this little discussion here, I've actually got a topic I really didn't think I would be talking about again. I didn't think there would be any point. I didn't think it'd be necessary. However, clearly things have changed. Today we're going to be talking about what happened to the brands tied in with Luminance and basically where they all ended up. So there were a few. The one we care the least about was ADL, which sold a lot of lamp and lighting parts. Basically, right off the rip, they got sold to another lamp part company. I don't even remember their name anymore, but I believe they bought a lot of the stock and also like the rights to the company. And that's all I'm going to say on that because we don't really care particularly about that since that's not really in the fan side of things. However, the other three brands, well, technically it's really two, Sunset and Concord and Kathy Ireland, which was formerly known as Emerson. We'll start off with Kathy Ireland here since I think a lot of us now know exactly what's happened here. And that is that, well, actually, I should start by mentioning something that a lot of you probably did not know. And that was the fact that actually, right before they went bankrupt, Luminance basically told Kathy Ireland to screw off and got rid of the line. Now, I'm assuming that means that when they discontinued it, they sold the rights to Kathy Ireland Home, so then they could do what we now see at Home Depot, where they are now selling well, not all, but I'd say maybe 10 or 20 of the products online on the Home Depot website. They're still labeled Kathy Ireland Home or Kathy Ireland Worldwide, something like that. And I believe most of them have the same names. A couple of them might have different names. I believe fans like the Northwind and the Veranda. I think the Battley Breeze is on there. I think the Curva might be. I think the Riptide's on there under a different name. So there's a few different models on there. But anyways, yeah, I'm not too sure how many of you knew that Luminance actually axed that line shortly before they went bankrupt. But because of the bankruptcy, that never really got out, and I don't really think it became common knowledge that that happened. However, my sources tell me that that is what did actually happen. Anyways, so basically they're now on sale at Home Depot. I'm assuming that down the line they're eventually going to be introducing new designs and new products. I believe there was actually one product on their website that was unlike anything we'd ever seen. It looked a lot like a Tommy Bahama. I wonder if it was always in their plans to introduce or maybe just leftover parts. Not 100% sure, but I can assume that down the line they most likely will be adding new products to the line, and they will probably continue to try and add some of the previous products into that line as well. So the good news is that you can still buy some of these products. And from what it seems, of course, I would have to buy one to find out, and I don't really have the space or the budget to do so. But it looks as if the prices have gotten even better than they were before, and they're the same quality. So really, those are still probably some of the better fans you can buy on the market right now, especially if you're buying from somewhere like Home Depot. You know, a lot of the stuff they sell isn't really the highest of quality. If you do want the good stuff, you definitely do have to go to the website, and those are probably some of the best fans on there right now. So yeah, that's really about all I have to say for the Kathy Ireland home side of things. I feel like a lot of us knew this. I just didn't know how many people knew that they actually got rid of the line before the bankruptcy notice went out. And actually, another thing, I'm not too sure if I mentioned this in the original Luminance Brands video. However, this company has been sketchy for a very, very, very long time. There were just a lot of things that didn't really make sense, and they didn't pay their sales reps. A lot of them were quite angry. And yeah, overall, they were just extremely, extremely sketchy and horribly ran. And this started probably about 10 years ago. It basically did coincide with the downfall of Concord. I can't remember when Luminance bought Concord anymore. Some of my friends would know, but I just don't really remember at this time. But yeah, really a lot of that sort of coincided, and it really did start to spark the whole downfall of the line there. Now, the other two brands, which is technically one, but Sunset Lighting and Concord Fans, these two, one and a half brands here are not gone. Actually, you can still buy some of the products today. The website doesn't show many in stock right now, mostly because this company, which is called Urban 33, bought out about 80% of the leftover Sunset and Concord stock, and they also bought the rights and what am I trying to say here? I don't even remember the term for it, but they bought the rights to the companies and the rights to use the logos and the names and everything. Intellectual property, that's what I was looking for. But yeah, so they bought all of that actually, and they were just selling off a lot of the leftover stock. And on their digital catalog, the most recent one on their website, there are a couple new products shown in there, and they do look far better than anything we've seen Concord put out in ages. And also there's a couple new lighting fixtures there. Mostly right now they're focusing on selling leftover stock. I talked to somebody over there who was very interested in what I had to do, and she said that when the next catalog comes out relatively soon that she will be sending me one. So I'm very grateful, and I'm excited to see what this brand does, because it seems as if they do actually want to do something with this line and actually use it instead of just sort of let it sort of sit there not doing much like Luminance essentially did. But yeah, so I was quite excited to see that. And as of right now, the plan is to keep the Sunset and Concord name, mostly just because a lot of customers, I was told, still are looking for those names. I don't know why. It honestly was mostly hot garbage at that point. But apparently a lot of customers still liked it, so they're keeping the names around for a little while, and then after a while, I think they might change them. I'm not too sure. They'll probably at some point rebrand to all Urban 33, but on the catalog it says Urban 33, and then it says Sunset and Concord on the bottom. So I don't really know if they will change those names and get rid of them or not. I'm not too sure. I don't think the people there are even sure at this point. However, the lines have been bought. All the ones we care about still exist somewhere. And as far as I know, Urban 33 has been trying to get in contact with showrooms that formerly dealt with Luminance brands. Well, mostly Sunset and Concord, since that's who they bought. But as far as I'm aware, they're trying to reach out to some of them. And their online store doesn't have much going on right now. I think they're trying to restructure, especially with the fact that they've probably almost run out of stock by now. Like in the catalog, I'm noticing that there's a decent amount of fans still available. However, when it comes to some of the lighting, there's a lot less than there was. I'm assuming they're slowly running out of stock, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to restructure some of that and sort of change it. And who knows, maybe they'll just totally revamp everything and then get rid of all the I shouldn't say get rid of, but just have all the old stuff on like closeout or something. I'm not too sure. These are all speculations here. But what is factual is that Sunset and Concord were bought by this company, and it seems as if they do want to do something with it. So I believe their website is urban33.com. So if you want to check them out, feel free. Go see what they've got over there. The digital catalog is going to give you the best representation of all of their different products. They don't have too many things of their own yet, but it seems as if they are working on doing that. And they are either a subsidiary or tied in with another lamp part company. Honestly, Luminance did a lot with lamp parts. And obviously, well, I think that was because, what was it, American DeRosa, I think, was tied in with them somehow. But anyways, it seems as if a lot of the companies that were involved there are ending up with other companies that also have little lamp part companies. And yeah, it seems as if these guys do really want to do something with this line, which is exciting because that line hasn't been interesting for years, and then it's now been revived from the dead. It's now a zombie. But yeah, so I'm really excited to see where this goes, and I honestly don't know how many of you guys are familiar or are aware of the fact that these brands still do exist. So I wanted to make this video just to let you guys know. As I get literature from them or hear anything, I will definitely continue to keep you guys posted on this here. I'm really excited to get their catalog. I'm kind of hoping that they don't get rid of all the Sunset and Concord stuff out of the catalog here in the next one, because I'd like to have a representation of some of that, but I guess we will see what happens here in a month or two when they tell me that it's going to be released. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys did learn a thing or two. I know I certainly did when I had these phone calls a week or two ago. I was definitely kind of excited and definitely interested and a little confused. But anyways, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.